What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Getting right to the point. This is my hype video. This Sunday, the Philadelphia Eagles take on the New England Patriots in a battle for football supremacy. It's the underdogs versus the overlords. The team that geeks said shouldn't be there versus the preseason Super Bowl favorites. This is my 15th season supporting the Philadelphia Eagles, and win or lose Sunday, this will be a team that I will be able to look back on and tell my son about when he's older, when his teams, the Philadelphia Eagles of the future, lose a player and they get all their hope dashed and there's never going to be a chance they can win. This will be the team that we can always reminisce on and give us hope. This is a team that, despite all odds, found a way to succeed and win as a team. This is a team that us Philadelphia Eagle fans will never forget, and legends have already been born. Carson Wentz was the league's MVP, on pace for 40 touchdowns and shattering Eagles passing records left and right. 2 years removed from playing at lowly North Dakota State, a guy from a school and the level of competition, he will never make it in the NFL. Let that sink in. This was year 2 of a 4-year plan to get the Philadelphia Eagles in shape to make a legitimate playoff run. We all thought that we'd be competitive this season, compete in the NFC East, but trust the process. We'll get there in time. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But then boom, Wentz mania ran wild, brother. And the best football player in 2017 was on the verge of taking the record-breaking Philadelphia Eagles to the Super Bowl. But then we had to travel to LA for a home game. Carson Wentz tears his ACL after throwing a touchdown on said torn ACL. The adrenaline rush we got from that, seeing him go in the tunnel, understanding that it wasn't good, we still had to stay in the moment. We had to watch Nick Foles, 27-2 Nick Foles, with Dougie P calling the shots, hold on and get a win over the Coach of the Year, Sean McVay. Then the rush was gone. Once we got that win, we knew Wentz was done. It was a win, but was it really a win? MVP superstar quarterback gone, like Randall Cunningham had done before him. And even the most optimistic, this is a team effort, look at the defense, Philadelphia Eagle fan had to look in the mirror and say, shit. Eagles could have broke. Philly could have been like the Cardinals of years past and just accepted that, you know, it was a good run. And then you use the Dallas Cowboys fans' favorite saying, there's always next year. Nick Foles looked bad in St. Louis, and after a time in Kansas City, he wanted to retire. But the difference between Foles and, say, Jay Cutler is Nick Foles didn't come back to Philadelphia just for a paycheck. We'll get back to that. Doug Peterson is the real Coach of the Year. I, who personally have held Doug Peterson on the shortest leash, had to sit back and just shake my head in amazement. Doug Peterson's football IQ this season made him look like Jordan Peterson on a different level than every team we have faced. Last in the NFC to first in the NFL. Doug, as part of a quarterback team of coaches in Frank Reich and DeFilippo, made Carson Wentz from the guy that we saw have a shaky debut season into the best quarterback in football. Doug helped rejuvenate draft bust Nelson Aguilar by understanding, hey, let's put him into the slot position. And now he's now recognized as one of the top young slot wide receivers in football. And on top of all that, Doug faced more adversity than a quadriplegic swimmer. And we still won. Darren Sproles, one of the league's most elusive third down backs, a top 5 return specialist, gone. Jason Peters, a future Hall of Famer who was playing at an all-pro level at debatably the most important spot on the offensive line, left tackle, gone. Jordan Hicks, one of the league's best cover linebackers and the quarterback of our defense, all gone. But we still won. Corey Clement, an undrafted free agent, was put in position to fill in for Darren Sproles, and Doug Peters was able to find a way for him to contribute. He put up 6 touchdowns. Big V looked like Bambi on ice back there at left tackle, filling in for Jason Peters, and then he was going into the championship game against the Vikings versus all-pro Everson Griffin. This was going to be a body bag, right? It was. But Big V was the corner. He zipped that bag up tight and sent Everson Griffin early to Orlando. And then Doug lost Wentz. Talking about Carson Wentz is tough for Philadelphia Eagle fans. There's not another team in the NFL that loses their MVP quarterback in the regular season and wins in the playoffs. It happened to the Raiders last year, and they were one and done with Derek Carr. There's no chance in hell Brian Hoyer would lead the Patriots to a Super Bowl, but with Doug, he has Nick Foles. Philadelphia has a special bond with our backup quarterbacks. Whenever Philadelphia played bad, we wanted, our backups to come in. When Bradford played bad, we wanted Mark Sanchez, the Sanchez. When McNabb played bad, we wanted A.J. Feely, and then later on, Michael Vick. Less so in Vick's case. The reason why we always believe in the backup is because we think they can inspire the offense and run this team. And that's because in 2006, we had Jeff Garcia. Jeff Garcia entered the season after McNabb's season ended from a knee injury against the Tennessee Titans, and we thought that this competitive Eagles team was done. Jeff Garcia, who throughout his career pretty much owns more jerseys than that geek Cullenberger, wasn't going to do anything, right? What we got was 5 straight wins, an NFC East title, and Jeff Garcia went for 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The fan base was insane, and the playoffs, we lost to the Saints, but Jeff Garcia still got us a 23-20 wildcard win over the Giants. We were hyped, and we believed in our backup. That was 12 years ago, and I will never in my life forget that season. And that was the year that the backup gave me hope. We have much more than just a new Jeff Garcia in Big Dick Nick Foles. We have 27-2, 7 touchdowns versus the Raiders' Nick Foles. We have a guy who was once considered to be the franchise to only be shipped away from a duck-loving thick boy, tossed around the league, and then back once more. Why? Not like Jay Cutler just for a paycheck, but because he loves Philadelphia. Nick Foles ends up winning 2 games and secures the best record in the NFL for the Philadelphia Eagles and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Nick Foles dominated the #1 defense in the league and exposed the Vikings fans as the softest fan base in the NFL. Aw, the Eagles fans were mean. Grow up, you losers. You come into our house and act like a diva with the Super Bowl on the line, and you get the Philly treatment. Stupid people get stupid prizes, and Nick Foles wrapped them up a big old fat L and booked a reservation in their nice stadium for February 4th. Hey, you guys got some pretty cool malls here. And then there's the defense. The most feared defensive line in football. Fletcher Cox right now is in that Aaron Donald, J.J. Watt level. Plus you have Brandon Graham, Chris Long, Vinnie Curry, Derek Barnett, Timmy Jernigan. Did the Giants ever think they had a chance this season going up against that twice? Michael Kendricks and Nigel Bradham took over for the QB of the defense, Jordan Hicks, and really they kept the Eagles front 7 in that nightmare on Broad Street level scary. The defensive backs have taken a while, but after Ronald Darby came back from his Sid Vicious injury to his leg, him, Jalen Mills, Roddy McLeod, and Patrick Robinson are hotter than Desposito. Jenkins has had his ups and his downs, but has been taking his Weapon X classes and is leading this defense to a historic matchup. The Eagles versus the Patriots. Didn't this happen once before? You remember? Remember when those Patriots had their little cameras and figured out what the Eagles' play calls were going to be? Remember Spygate? Remember Donovan McNabb not throwing up on the field and throwing 3 interceptions? And we still only lost by a field goal. That was then, this is now. The Patriots are good, real good. They have the pound-for-pound best player, in my opinion, in the NFL in Rob Gronkowski. When healthy, he's unstoppable. They have the MVP and the GOAT Tom Brady. They have the GOAT coach Bill Belichick. Damn! I'm just glad that when Trent Cole got his jersey retired, he took out Fletcher Cox in that defensive line on his hunting show on the bye week and taught them how to hunt and kill goats. The Philadelphia Eagles are on a path to be right there with Eli and David Tyree to beat the Patriots and go down in history as the underdogs that wouldn't stay down. The Eagles can beat the Patriots. The Eagles can be Super Bowl champions. And if they execute, once we all sober up on February 5th, we can kick our feet up and count down the days until Hall of Famer Brian Dawkins walks up on the stage in Dallas and proudly announces that the 2018 Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, select with the 32nd pick. The Patriots are good. Real good. But so are the Eagles. And we've got nothing to lose. Rocky versus Drago, Frazier versus Ali. We all know how this ends. We all we got, we all we need. Fly, Eagles, fly.